Hey, what's going on, guys? MiniQ77B here. Welcome back to the episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. It's episode number 109 today for the final season at the Carolina Dodge Dealers 400 at Darlington Raceway, the first of two Darlington races of the year, of course. Yeah, the last episode, I'm pretty sure it's just what as expected. It was painful because Atlanta is the final boss of this game. It sucked. That's just how it is, though. But we're kind of like further down in the standings now. I'm just going to show you here for a second there because of said unfortunate circumstance. We're actually 13th in the standings now. Unfortunately, that's just how Atlanta goes. Darlington's one of our better tracks, though. So I do expect to be a great contender for that race, but here's a couple problems with that. We completely won or dominated the race earlier in our career mode playthrough, so that's why we're going to be starting, of course, well, not only because we're starting in the last every race, that's always the thing in the season. If you don't know that by now, please watch the preseason video. It explains everything. Go watch it. Anyways, also as well, we also have a ruling where if we win or dominate a race, we have to start with the default setup, which means the car is going to be very tight and a little slow. Because tire pressure 25 sucks in this game. And they defaulted to that. So, we're going to have a little bit of a hard time going through the field at the start of the race. So, either we're going to have to pit a little earlier and try to gain on the track position maybe like when the tires are all heated up. Or we hope for early caution. That way, we can actually come down pit road and make our pit road adjustments. That is essentially the plan. We're going to hopefully hope for an early caution and then just come down pit road. Having a caution at lap 5 will just set us back to the very tail end of the field. But we'll actually be back with a slightly better setup than we have then. And we'll just use that the rest of the race to charge through the field. Yeah, so that's why I'm making this career mode even harder. So that way the pit road adjustments actually matter. Because I don't really adjust any of the pit road setup stuff back then. Because everything was like perfect to me and I didn't want to tailor it. Of course, as well, we're not building any parts. We're still waiting for this new stuff to come on in. One more race. I mean, it's going to be great. 88, 82, which is what we're looking for. We're going to be testing that at Texas, not at Bristol, though. 88, 86. Again, we're going to be testing this at Texas because we haven't won a race at Texas before, and we can just use whatever setup we have there. And Bristol might be, well, Bristol's more of those track where next races where people get held up. Same thing with Darlington, so I'm going to be looking forward to, like, a race like that. So, yeah, let's get on with the main show here today, and let's have some fun. Let's go win a race at Darlington. Also, for one last thing, of course, you can see here, Adam Petty does have a new ride. I know it shows Dale Jarrett on the screen. This is because I want to actually show this paint scheme off. So, primarily, he's going to be running this new sprint car, or old sprint car, because that's the old logo. It was highly requested, so I figured I'd just, actually listen, to the feedback anyway. And there you go. There's your sprint car. What can I say except you're welcome? Please don't sue me, Disney. Anyway, we also have a newer, modern logo of the sprint car, meaning this one is actually yellow. It also looks nice. But also, as well, one last thing is T-Mobile is also on the car as well, because Sprint and T-Mobile in real life have actually merged together. Hence why you see the T-Mobile is hot pink. So where's the Spree car? Well, it's still here, but it's just on the secondary part of the scheme now instead of the primary. You can also see why the number is changed differently, too, on the top. So, yeah, I just want to show this off before we start today's episode. To just let you know, I actually do listen to the comments. I actually do. I just need time to paint these things. Yeah. So let's go back to the race. As usual, I like to show my proof that I'm actually doing the default setup to start off things like this. I did it in my Thunder 04 playthrough. And, of course, we're going to set to manual transmission as well because I am not using automatic. So let's begin today.
This is Joe Moore along with Barney Hall for MRN, and we're live at Darlington Raceway, the granddaddy of super speedways, in Darlington, South Carolina for the Carolina Dodge Dealers 400. Well, I've heard it all week, the track too tough to tame. What's that all about, Barney?
The tight groove they have here makes this a very difficult racetrack. It takes total concentration, but the drivers all race long to be successful here.
Chad Chaffin has been working hard at qualifying all season, and it's really showing.
Yeah, but don't forget, Joe, it takes a lot of people working together to get that car starting in the top 10 every week.
Greg Biffle must have had problems in qualifying this week.
Yeah, he's definitely not used to having to pick through traffic so early in a race. This could make it an exciting race for him, or it could be disastrous. You just never know when you start in the back.
The 56 car has an impressive average finish this year.
It's amazing, isn't it? This guy's finishing in the top 10 week in and week out. That makes him hard to beat at the end of the year.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
One last rule I forgot to mention is we really can't pass anybody before the start-finish line on a start or restart unless it's on the outside. The reason why it is I want to have like this is because I want to replicate in real life NASCAR around this time. But I just wanted to make it sure it's like that. So I know we can just easily exploit the start of this race where we actually gain like 7 spots. Where you're gonna see the AI just check up here. We're underway now at Darlington Raceway. They always check up at the start of these races here. Now we wait to shift up to 3rd gear, and that was a bit unfortunate contact there between ourselves and Andy Santerre. We're gonna go all the way to the chip at 10,000 RPM to shift because we kind of need that sort of thing. Yeah, Andy Santerre running that rock and silver bullet paint scheme this week. It looks really nice. Like, I love the paint scheme in this mod. I wish it was the primary, but I understand why it's not. Now, think about Darlington in this game. The reason why we're starting on the default setup anyway to begin with, I think I already mentioned this, is we've already won or dominated a race. We can actually come and make the pit road adjustments. That's why we're hoping for an early yellow. So we can actually come down and make the pit road adjustments and just, work our way forward. But if we're not, we're just going to have to deal with what we got until the pit window begins. I think that's the plan, because the default setups are not very good in this game. They're beginner friendly, but they're very, very tight. I think that's the reason why they have players like Trice without stability for the first time, and yeah, just go from there. We got Dick Trickle right here in the number 93. We're going to pull him back a little bit, try to slow him down a little bit here. Now we're 6 seconds back to the leader because of an unfortunate, I didn't time to check up very properly there. So we're just going to have to work our way forward from here on out here. We're going to try to see if we can get ourselves a few more spots. We got Mark Green in front, as well as Herbie Sadler, sailing it down the inside of both of them. Let the car roll out for a little bit. Now you can see there that beautiful red and black sprint car. I told you I made that the primary. We're going to send Adam Petty back a little bit here. Let him join our line, hopefully. Yeah, he will. He'll join us there. We got Lyndon Amick in front, as well as Justin Labonte in the 16. Oh boy, it's getting really, really tight. So obviously I'm gonna be really slow off of turn 2, so you're gonna see me like blocking, like side drafting crap like that for this race here. We're gonna be doing it off of turn 3 because we're gonna do that to Lyndon Amick there in the number 60. So yeah, within 5 laps in the race, we're already up 7 spots, which is not bad. We're actually gonna try to make this 8 because we're gonna do some sketchy stuff with Justin Labonte there. So we're going to try to work our way forward from here on out, cut people off and all this stuff. We have to be a little bit aggressive, and it's really hard to play past track like this for the AI. Oh, we had to shift down to 3rd gear to make a 3-wide maneuver on Jerry Nadeau and Andy Houston. We made it really, really work there. What a very impressive move there. I don't think there was any contact between myself anyway. I think it was just Jerry Nadeau and Andy Houston. I guess I didn't really give those two enough room, I guess. I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard to go 3-wide here at Darlington. I would not recommend doing that in real life racing or sim racing on iRacing or NR. I promise you, you will not be liked doing that. So anyway, we're up to P32. It may not last for long because I had a horrible turn 4 exit there. Oh, it'd be in the block just fine there. Up next up there, I think, is the Budweiser Ford of Mike Borkowski, and of course that's why you don't see Dale Jr. running Budweiser, because if you remember or watched the preseason video, Junior Johnson and Associates is back. That's not Brett Bodine Racing anymore. It is Junior Johnson and Associates back in the field here in the number 11, driven by Mike Wazowski. I mean Borkowski. Oh, they had a really stack up there. That's the thing about this track, is they always tend to stack up quite a bit here in this track. So I have to watch for those stack ups here, especially when they go like 2 wide. I don't think they'll do that like after like restart though. So that's from what I've noticed anyway. That I don't think they'll be able to do that quite again afterwards since the start. But it usually doesn't happen. It usually sometimes happen when there's like a lot of cars like this, like getting close together. Like they really tend to check up one another, and they just know how to do that quite well. I mean, I think we're going to go try to pass Borkowski on the next lap here, because usually turn 3 and turn 4 is where our passing zone is going to be anyway for us. Sometimes 1 and 2 without doing a little bit of sketchy stuff first. We just don't have a lot of horsepower off of turn 2. The car is just tight, and the acceleration on the amount of tire pressure that we have being at 25 to start these races is a little high. We're gonna make the move down here. A little bit of I would say a little bit of contact this time around. We have to be a little bit aggressive in this race in order to have somewhat of a chance. 3 wide maneuver here. No, it's gonna be 2 wide because I think Ward pulled ahead. We're gonna try to make the pass stick on Jay Sauter in the 26, and we do. Very good there. I mean, now up next is Ward Burton, and we're gonna try to make a maneuver. I don't even think we're gonna be able to do it this time around. Maybe next lap we'll be able to do something here. We're just gonna set up for that next lap here. Oh, we left the. Oh wow, it got very, very tight. I overshot the corner there. We're gonna have to do a little bit of sketchy stuff there. We're gonna try to catch up to Ward again. Judging by the mini map, I think one of the faster guys got around a huge wad of slower cars that were actually hot up there. Yeah, I'm thinking that's why I see like 1 or maybe 2 dots got around. I think a couple of fast cars got around. And who's leading the race is Jason Keller. Jason Keller is leading the race as well as Tony Stewart. I think they both got around so easily. Meanwhile, we're kind of stuck behind Dale Jr. and Hank Parker Jr. and Ward Burton. I've been trying to make anything happen just to try to get around these guys. I'm just finally catching up to them again. Trying to hold off Jerry Nadeau as well. We're still in P29. We're going to try to make that a little bit better here by getting all of Junior Nation to come to my house and murder my face by doing something like that. Yeah. So up next is Hank Parker Jr. in the number 2 in the Miller Lite Ford. I didn't bother doing a paint scheme for him because I don't think there really was a memorable paint scheme for him. We're going to go shift back down to 3rd gear, go to the chip, and hopefully don't blow our engine doing that because we have a risk of doing that each time. I mean, we've caught up to these guys anyway, so it's having somewhat successful managing the tires. But yet I say that now we're just going to slide like that as we just give Hank Parker Jr. and I some breathing room there. I really didn't want to hit him that hard. It's just how the contact happened. Oh boy, it's loose now. It's loose and mostly tight. Yeah. I think the car is done trying. I left the bottom open by accident to let Dale Jr. go through. Now the left rear tire decides to wear out. Now you decide to wear out. I need to come on down pit road as soon as possible. I mean, I'm hoping for that, but 43 laps is just a little too long. All right, hopefully I can get some better rotation out of the corner now because the rear tires are worn out now. I'm hoping for that anyway. Yeah, we're gonna have a tall order trying to get through all these cars. I think during the pit cycle we can just jump ahead, and then once we get back to our actual like pit road adjustments that we have, meaning the 20 psi and probably negative 3.5 on the wedge, we'll be fine. We'll be making some really, really fast laps by then. Because usually we do better in the AI do better in the second half, and the pit road cycle has begun. Yeah, I'm honestly also just hoping for a caution as well, so I don't lose as much time. I mean, that is the whole wishful thinking anyway, but I don't think it's gonna happen here. We're gonna have to wait until like 30 or 30 something anyway. I'm not gonna pit at halfway. I might pit at 35 or 34 because I already know I'm gonna get destroyed tire wise later on if I were to pit now. Okay, I decide we're coming on down this lap. We're gonna need a good entry into 3 because I know the AI are just so good at pitting in this track. It's one of the hardest to actually come down pit road upon. Well, I definitely messed up pit road there, but that's okay. Now we're gonna make our pit road adjustments because now we can. Now we're allowed to do that. That's the penalty I gave myself for winning or dominating these races. Oh, it's gonna be worse at Bristol. Oh, it's gonna be worse at Bristol because we're gonna be so far back. Because we completely destroyed the field at Bristol, so hence why I make these rules, you know. Yeah, this will help us with better tire management because we're not gonna just slide the right front tire as much. We're gonna try to slide the right rear instead. Hopefully a caution doesn't come out because if it does, we're cooked. Very fantastic job by the pit crew that time. Very nice. Thank you very much, guys. And we're gonna go work our way back. We kind of needed the come down pit road badly, so we're gonna have to pay for the tire penalty by just holding off people as best we could, like we normally do. This car feels so much better already, by the way. I mean, I ran a 2/10 of a second of a lap faster that time. We're already, I think, back to where we were in the race-wise. We're in P26. We're still waiting for the rest of the field to make the pit cycle like exchange itself. Yeah, I know the few laps are gonna kill me, I think, but especially when we slide them like that, make sure we don't do that. But I think we're gonna come out maybe like in the lower 20s, which is still good. I'm just more waiting up for like trying to see if we can sneak away a top 10 after having these penalties that we have upon ourselves, and we didn't get lucky with an early caution, unfortunately. So gotta make do with what we got. Hey, I didn't say this championship was gonna be easy this time around, right? Oh, Johnny Benson kind of got held up there, but by Lyndon Amix, another engine failure. A really horrible season for the 60 team and the Joe Bessie Racing Machine. I think they are like dead last in points, so this really will not help them at all with their circumstances. We're actually in P21. Now we're going to try to hopefully catch up to the leaders, as they're going to get held up by the lap traffic, which, you know, not really realistic at this point. But hey, a caution can still occur, and we can get ourselves right back in this thing. Yeah, past 19 more, we got the lead. Well, we're a bit a ways back from the lead. We just finally passed Hermie Sadler there. Yeah. Oh boy. No, not like this. Thank you. Again, we're still hoping for that yellow flag to come on out and let more of the leaders like lap the traffic anyway, and just get ourselves, once it says, like I said, try to get back in this thing. But yeah, we have 4 more cars that are up in front. I think that might be the best finish we're gonna get. I think. That's assuming, you know, I don't think we're gonna be able to catch up to anybody else. I don't think. I mean, the lap traffic could help, but it's, you know, all the way on the other side of the track where we're at. This kind of sucks a little bit. But hey, we can always hope for that yellow to come on out, put some 4 Dr. Feelgoods in it, and then just get right back in it. That's all we gotta do. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. What we're gonna have to hope for after we catch these wad of cars in front. If we catch those cars in front, that is. I mean, we're slowly and surely catching up to Hornaday and Casey Atwood. I think that's probably going to be our best bets, is to finish in 18th. But I don't think we're going to catch, like, I think that's Mayfield up there. And I don't know who else that is up there. We don't have any, like, cars to, like, try to use to slow down with. The leaders are stuck, though. I mean, we got that part right, at least. But yeah, we don't have the speed of, like, an actual custom setup to catch up there. I mean, the 27.7 is pretty good. I think once we get our overhauled parts come in, we'll do fine. I think I'm gonna have to manage, like, figure out, like, what's gonna be the better crew members to hire and fire to cut costs a little bit. Because remember, we don't have in-game sponsors money coming in, so we're gonna have to deal with that. And we're gonna have to race in the All-Star and try to win it in order to get ourselves anything. But the All-Star race, I might have to make certain rules for that one as well, because we did win the All-Star race, but again, it was based on sketchy stuff that we did. But we didn't win the Coke 600, so I guess the Charlotte, like, points race might be legal to have setups. Or so. I don't know. I think our first win of the season might be at Texas because our new parts coming in. We're going to save our new parts for Texas. But Bristol, we're just going to have to rely on the traffic getting stuck again. And, yeah. I mean, Bristol can probably have an early caution, maybe. I don't think a caution right now is going to help us anymore, I don't think. I mean, it can. It's going to be hard. Side-by-side racing here with me and Ron Hornaday coming down turn 3 at Darlington. We're going to make it stick, and we do. Very nice. Next up is Casey Atwood, and the 32 is having a little slow off of turn 4. I mean, we have only gained, like, maybe, like, 4/10 out of leader there in that whole thing. Now the lap AI cars are going to pass the lap cars there so easily. Yeah, we did not get that caution we were so hoping to need. And we're going to have to do the same thing again at Bristol and Martinsville, too, and Richmond. Well, Richmond is still easily winnable, I think. Richmond's the easiest track in the game. Martinsville might be a problem. We're just going to have to wait for a caution to come out, I think. I think a caution usually comes out at Martinsville. I'm not so sure. I mean, I know in Thunder 04 we have that pit road glitch in both Bristol and Martinsville. Unfortunately, not the same there. So I'm not sure what the strategy is going to be for Bristol. I don't think. I don't know what the strategy is going to be. I mean, we're starting with the default setup. I mean, we're probably going to have to pit a little early again. Try to utilize what we can. You can tell that, I mean, the car's handling a lot better than what it did before. It's just obviously when the tires being worn out, it's starting to get tight again. Whoa, hold on there. Oh, man. Coming to the white flag. Tony Stewart's in that pack with us. He's going to win today's race behind us. Yeah, we're just kind of trying to hold on to 18th here, trying not to lose any more points than we already have in this race. Yeah, rather unfortunate day for us. I mean, Bristol might be even worse because we're probably going to deal with the tightness there. Texas is where I think we're going to have finally go for our first win, I think. Uh-oh, we're going to lose a spot here. No. We're keeping 18th. We're going to come home at 18th and just prepare for Bristol. Bristol's going to be hard with the rule set that we have. I did not say this championship was going to be easy, did I? Wow, Jesus Christ, Stuart, calm down.
Not a single caution lap was run in the whole race.
Whoa, that doesn't happen very often. It makes you pay a whole lot more for any mistakes. You don't have the cushion of yellow flags to get caught up.
And the 56 car took excellent care of his race car.
And that'll be a relief on the old wallet, too. Costs big money to keep these NASCAR Winston Cup cars in tip-top shape week in and week out. When you don't damage them on race day, helps save a lot of time and a lot of money.
From all of us here at EA Sports and MRN, thanks for joining us today. So long. We'll see you next week at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
All right, well, we got some money out of it. Not a lot, but yeah, I mean, we haven't. This championship is gonna be wow. Well, it's gonna be impossible with the same 4 guys finishing in the top 5 each week. We're gonna need a little bit of luck in this championship for sure. We're not doing any manipulation. But I can't talk. Either way, Tony Stewart is your winner. He led the most laps. Keller comes in second again. Jimmy Johnson, after winning last week in Atlanta, comes home in third. Steve Park, 4th. Jeff Burton, 5th. Leffler, 6th. John Andretti, 7th. Ward Burton, 8th. Jeff Green, 9th. And Kenseth in your top 10. As we take a look through the rest of the field here, we finished 18th. Not terrible, but not great either. I mean, we had a little bit of help, of course, you know, pitting early because we were like stuck between like around here where we started when we came down pit road. So we actually had a net gain of 10 spots, which is very good there. Bristol won't be so easy either, especially when we have all that traffic in front of us. We really can't play defense. Oh boy. Man, why did I make this so hard for myself? I mean, I like this challenge. I like challenges. Okay, we got 2.4 million and we got our stuff coming in now. Let's take a look at what we have for our new stuff. Let's take a look at our inventory, and we have 88, 82, like we said, and a durability stat of really high. That's very good. Same thing with the chassis side. I think I'm only going to just overhaul maybe one more of that stuff, because I think that's all we can afford. We might have to go hire new pit crews every week, because we're probably going to be bankrupt as well eventually. Yeah, so we really need stuff, too. So we have 88, 86... for tire wear, 85 for both downforce and drafting. That's probably going to be our best chassis for a while. I don't know how many races we can run, so I might have to simulate some races to give myself an idea as a little bit of a preview. I mean, this is 1.19 for 2 races. That's a lot. Like, that's going to clear us out if we were to try anything silly. I mean, we could have 2 of these chassis and just get rid of the other ones and sell them for money. We can do that. Same thing with the engine side as well. We can sell our engines. I don't want to sell this one, but you get the idea. Like, we can actually sell like one of these engines or whatever and just try to work with what we got for like 4 races. It's not an ideal strategy, but in case we need money in a pinch, we're gonna have to need it. So why does this cost more than the other one? Why does this worth more than this? It makes no sense. I'm not here to answer questions. I think it's kind of dumb. But, yeah. Where does that put us in the points? We're probably going to be a little bit lower now in the standings. No, we're still 13th in the standings, so we still have a long way to go. Did anything change in the points? Yes, somewhat. It is now a 3-horse race between these 3 guys. And we are essentially two races back. This is going to suck, this challenge, ever since winning Daytona. We were going to win the Super Speedways probably again, but yeah. I mean, what do we have here? We got Bristol, where we're probably going to use our older equipment. I might change my mind, honestly. I might change my mind there. We'll have to see. I mean, I kind of want to test it out at Texas, where we actually have, like, we're allowed to actually have a custom setup for that because we didn't win or dominate. Like, this, and this. Well, this one's a forced default. I can't even make pit road adjustments. But this and this, I have to start in the back with a really tight setup. Kill me. California, I think California is fine. We haven't won or dominated there. We have definitely dominated here. So, Coca-Cola 600, we could definitely use the setup in Dover. Unfortunately for Dover, we're going to have to use the default setup to start with because we did win. We didn't dominate, but we won. Hence the ruling. So that's an idea of what tracks that are up ahead. They're not great, but it's going to be fine. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps on the channel quite a bit. And as always, we'll see you in the next one at Bristol Motor Speedway. I hope you like the Adam Petty car as well. So we'll see you guys next time.